Guys, welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those things, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. So in today's video, we're going to focus on fashion, and one of the things I am so excited to talk to you guys about is the Fendi Skims collaboration. As you guys know, I already have videos on YouTube here about some Skims items that I've purchased, so if you guys haven't checked those out, I would definitely watch those next. I'll link them down below as well. But in this video, I felt like a fun twist, in addition to, of course, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my opinions, talking to you about how everything fits, but I thought a fun little twist would be, where can you find these items now? Almost over a week after the launch date, I wanted to kind of give you some information about what I found out. But before I start with the try-ons, let's start from the beginning. So of course the release date was November 9th, so that was a Tuesday, and to be honest, I was working on that Tuesday and I kind of forgot exactly what time it was going to be released, because I know sometimes with skim products, because I live in Georgia, it doesn't release, I feel like, till about 12 o'clock, I want to say, our time. So that's when I thought it was going to be released. But I want to say they released it at 9 a.m. And I was like, okay, not a problem. I'll just check though at lunchtime on break, when I can really have time to sit down and look through and see what I want to buy, because I didn't want it to be like an impulse buy situation where I'm like, oh my gosh, everything's disappearing, so I just need to go ahead and check out now. But silly me, by the time I got to it at 12:30, I could not even get into the site. Like, it kept redirecting me. So for a moment, I couldn't even see exactly what was on the site. And then when I would get on and try to click on an image to look at something, it would automatically kick me back out. So I was like, again, not a problem. I'm going to let the frenzy pass, and then I'm going to try again after work. So after work, I went back on the website and I was able to get in and see the items. The problem is, foolish me, everything was practically sold out by 5 o'clock that day, which to me, I was shocked. And I know I shouldn't be, because you're like, well, Megan, obviously everybody wanted this collection. You know, you should have started much earlier in the day. And I halfway agree with you. I halfway knew that. But like I said, I was working. It was kind of out of my power to be able to do anything by the time I got a chance to actually look at the items. So by the time I went on that evening, I was just kind of scrolling at what was left, because I said majority of the things were sold out. But one of the things that were left were the tights in the Colorado color, which is the purplish color. And I was very nervous about them to start with, because I knew that that purplish color may not be very good on me, but I was like, well, it's the color for the collection. I'm going to give it a try. It's one of the few things that are in stock that I actually would be interested in truly trying. So let's give them a try. So the only size they had left was the extra, extra small. So I ordered the extra, extra small in the Colorado. I want to say they're about $115 for the tights. And I got them in, I want to say, that following week on the Tuesday. So that would have been the Tuesday past. And I tried them on, and I do have some footage of that here for you, of me trying those on. And I tried to even pair some different clothing options with them. And unfortunately, I just didn't end up liking them. I want to say it was because they are more purpley than pinky. I want to say if they were more pinkish, I really feel like I could have made them work, because I love like the fall, winter, pale pink. Like, I even have the coat in the pale pink, which I absolutely love, but for some reason the purple just was not very flattering on me. And I did try to include the packaging and everything that it came in, but I did not end up keeping them because I didn't like them. And they only gave you 14 days to return, which is one of the things I looked up before I even purchased them, and I thought that was very kind that they allowed you to do that. So I looked up the return policy and they give you 14 days to return the item. So I went ahead and shipped those back, but I was still just really unsatisfied. I felt like I didn't get the full experience. I didn't really get a chance, a fair pull at things, as to say. So I was watching the YouTube videos on just other videos of Fendi Skims and people that had gone to the pop-up shops and their local Fendi stores. And that was when I was like, after I got those in Tuesday, tried them on, didn't really love them, I was like, well, let me just check with my local Fendi store and see if they got in any ready-to-wear items. So I first called our Phipps Plaza location and they didn't get any ready-to-wear items. So then I tried our Lenox Square location and they did actually get some ready-to-wear items in originally. So I called them and I was like, hey guys, I was just checking if you had any of the Fendi Skims collection left. And they said, yeah, we have a few items. So you know, for me, usually that means they have like 2 to 3 items left, but I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna go and see what they have. So this was this past Friday. So today's the 20th. So that would have been the 19th, as in yesterday. But this video may not get released till tomorrow, Sunday. But anyway, this was as late as Friday afternoon after work. I went to Fendi at Lenox and I was shockingly surprised by how much they have left. And I actually got a little bit of footage of what they had hanging up. I didn't film that much because, to be honest, I was surprised. It was really just me in the store and the associates were being super helpful, but I didn't want to make them uncomfortable by filming their whole store. So I took a little mental note. I took a little bit of footage so that later on I'll be able to kind of show you what I saw that they still had left in stock on the website, on like the Fendi website in comparison. That way, if you're interested in any of the items, hopefully you can either give them a call, or they even said if your local store got some of the items in, they could maybe even transfer them from other stores for you, which I thought was amazing. So say I would have seen something yesterday that I really liked, but they didn't have my size. The sales associate did offer to see if she could order it from another location and ship it to me. So I thought that was amazing and something that I wanted to share with you guys. In case you were still looking for some of these items, it may be possible for you to actually get them shipped to you from another location. So before I get into the actual try-ons, I want to talk to you a little bit about the sizing, because when I tell you I got in that store and I was lost, I was like, I don't know what sizes I need to try on. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys a little bit of information about what I found out. So it looks like the extra small, extra smalls are going to be like your double zeros and your zeros. It's going to be around a size 36 or a 38. 2 to 4 is a size 40. A size 4 to 6 is a size 42. A size 8 is about a 44. 10 is 46. Size 12, 48. So I hope the sizing is kind of a little bit helpful, especially if you can't make it in a store to try these items on. Maybe that size range will kind of help you out a little bit. So I was trying on a size 36 and 38, which is like their double zero and their zeros. And that was probably part of my problem. I would say that I'm, more of a 0 to 2. So I probably should have been trying on their 38s to 40s, but I didn't really know. I just thought, I was like, well, let me go for like a size 0, which would have been the 38, which I felt like out of the items I tried on, those definitely fit. Now, one thing I also want to add, the sales associate also said this, that they either run true to size or smaller. And I feel like this was even true with the tights that I tried on. Like I said, I got the extra small, and I probably could have done a better job of like, how you kind of scrunch your tights up to try to get them up and really pull them up a little bit harder, but I didn't want to pull on them and snag them. So I was being very gentle, very careful. And I felt like they almost didn't come as far up as I would have needed to. Like the crotch even hung a little bit lower. I know that sounds strange, but it didn't like fit close to my body. So even when I had like my skirt on, I was like, well, can you see the tights underneath, like the crotch area underneath my skirt? And luckily, no, it wasn't that low. But if I had to do it over, I probably would have ordered them in the extra small. One, given that they had it, and two, given that I wanted to choose the Colorado color again, which I probably would not order them again, even if they came in the extra small, because unfortunately I just did not like the color. But back on topic here. So as I was saying before, I tried on the 36s and the 38s in store. And the first one that I tried on was the set. It was like a pink crop top and then the matching pants set. And this was, it was cute. Don't get me wrong. It was cute. However, I just did not foresee in that color, in that style, I did not foresee wearing it. So I did not move forward with it, but I wanted to show you guys kind of what it looked like on in case this was an item that you were interested in. It looks like that one was retailing for about $1,100. And I feel like for me personally, that was a bit expensive for what you are getting in that set. So again, I chose not to move forward with the set. I feel like $1,100 for the crop top and the pants were much more expensive than I had anticipated. I was hoping that things were going to be a little bit closer to Skims price because let's be honest, Skims themselves are not cheap in general, but to, I feel like, go over the $1,000 mark for me was kind of a hard line. So again, I hope that this is helpful so that you guys can kind of see how these things look if you're interested in them, and kind of give you a better idea of what they look on someone. But I would be really cautious about spending $1,100 on these items, to be honest. Now this dress, it was the green dress, and this one I also tried on in a size 38, and this was probably one of my favorite pieces. I thought it fit really well. I thought it was very flattering. I even really liked the color green and that material that was used for the dress. Now I will say these items are very compression like, I would say. So the 38, I mean, I was really, you know, pulling it down, zipping it up. So although I could get in it, I definitely struggled to get into some of these items. So please excuse the hair. Every time I would look in the mirror, I'm like, what is my hair doing? And it was really like having to pull on and off. So please excuse the hair. Please excuse the background dress and shoes. Like I was saying, I was trying on quite a few pieces and trying to do it quickly without taking up the fitting room for others. So some of the things may be in the background that you see, but I just wanted to be helpful and try on as many pieces as I could without putting out other people. As I said, the green dress, I feel like if you're interested in one of the types of materials, the green one is beautiful. I love the material of this one. What got me again though was the price. I want to say that this dress was $1,490, and for me, again, I just knew I would not wear that dress enough to validate that purchase price of $1,490. And I feel like if you have the money to spend like that on something that you're kind of like, well, I love it, it's going to be a Fendi Skims collaboration, I'm always going to know that I got one of these pieces, then spend it. Absolutely. I just didn't have like the excess money to spend on something that I knew I really wouldn't get the wear out of it to spend that type of money on an item. And I knew that it would be one of those in another year or so. I'd be like, one of the luxury regrets, that Fendi dress I bought for $1,490. So again, I liked it. If this is something you were interested in, this would be one of the pieces I would go for. But for me, once again, the price point was just a little bit over where I wanted to be. Also, side note, I know I mentioned that the color was Colorado for the purplish color, and then the greenish color is called Illinois, which I think is so cute that she named them after states. So I just wanted to point that out in case you guys were interested in the colors. Those are kind of how she named them. And of course, I'm trying to pull them up on the website too as I go. So I'm hoping that it's all connecting together. This next dress I tried on was actually a size 36, and please excuse the hair again and the no makeup. I purposely didn't wear a lot of makeup because I didn't want to get it on the material of the clothing. So like I said, the images that I'm showing you of the try-ons are strictly just try-ons. I don't want you to be like, what was she doing? What was her hair doing? Why does she have no makeup on? Why is she going out looking out like that? Trust me, after those try-ons, that's how I ended up. I came in looking pretty put together, but when I tell you, trying to take on and off all of these pieces, like the trying to pull your head through them and your arm through them. I mean, it was just a lot, okay? It was just a lot. So please excuse me. But I did absolutely enjoy trying on this pink dress. Like I said, it's a 36, so it was very, very fitted. I probably would have needed at least a 38 in this to truly feel comfortable. I could get it zipped, but I mean, I was having to really work hard and pull it together to zip it all the way up. And that's another thing I will add about the collections though, they're very, very stretchy. Like I said, I would say I'm typically a 0 to 2, and this one technically as a 36 would have been more of like a 00. And I was able to fully zip it up. Like I said, again, with a lot of work, but regardless, I was able to zip it up. What I loved about this dress was the length. Being 4'11", it's really, really, really difficult to find a true mini dress. And it was that. Like, it hit at a great length for me to be a mini dress. I also really loved the Fendi Skims across the neckline. I thought that was really creative. I liked that a whole lot. For me, again, though, I didn't decide to go with this item because of the pricing, where, I mean, I want to say most of the items that they still had left in stock were over $1,000. So moving on to the next dress, this was one of their longer styles, and this one was in the size 38. And I want to say this one was actually harder for me to get into than the mini dress in the smaller, in the size under. And I really feel like that's because it was all the way longer, you really had to like squeeze your whole body in it to pull it over your hips. And once I got in it, I actually really liked it. I didn't mind the length. I feel like being 4'11", it either has to be mini or kind of hit right there in like my mid shin area, which it did. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the length. I thought it was really cute on, well fitted. It truly hugs your body and your shape. And I felt like this is a good example if you were looking at the two-piece ones of kind of where the skirt would fall with the crop top. The only concern that I had with this one, like I said, really, really difficult to get on, and two, once again, over $1,000, and I just don't know that I will get as much use out of it as I would want to for that price. That price is the $14.90. One thing I did forget to mention on the last dress I talked about was it did have like a very chunky zipper, which I don't know that I loved. Like, it almost made it seem a little maybe like scuba gearish to me, which I feel like is how some of the items were meant to be, like especially the swimwear pieces and the like scuba-ish shorts that she made. So I feel like that was kind of like a sporty theme that they had on, but I feel like for the price point that they are, I really wanted like a well done piece, a well done zipper, and I just felt like that scuba thick zipper made it even more, what's the word I'm looking for? Trendy. Trendy is a perfect word. Even more trendy, that it wouldn't necessarily stand the test of time as long as I would want it to for the price that I would be paying for these items. So now for the other items that I saw in the store, it looks like they also had the long dress in the white color, which I think would be really, really, really beautiful. I feel like the white, I've seen a lot of people purchasing, and I think it's a great choice when you compare it to kind of the purplish Colorado color. I feel like white definitely may stand the test of time a little bit longer, and you may enjoy it for longer periods of time, more years to come than that purplish color when it comes down to just things you're picking out of your closet to wear. So the white long one, I actually would recommend. I think that's beautiful. I actually really like the two-piece white one too that I see people getting. The two-piece they didn't have in my size, and the white long one they didn't have in my size to try on, but I felt like this was a great piece that if you wanted to call and see what sizes they had of the white long dress, you could definitely do that. That is also one thing I forgot to mention. So a lot of the pieces they had on the floor, they actually had more in the bag. So the dresses, for instance, that I saw out there and I was like, hey, do you guys have this in this size? She was able to say, hey, let me check the back, go back there and get it. So they probably even have more of a size run than we know. These are probably just like the items that they have left and then different size runs within these items. So I would definitely, if you see something you like, check back. So in the velvety material, they did have the black crop top. They had the black velvety dress with the sleeves, which I think probably would have felt really nice on, fit really great. They didn't have that one in my size. They also had like smaller straps, so the skinnier strap, so not the sleeved one. They had that one in the green color. So that was pretty much all that they had in the velvety material left. Now in the green kind of Fendi print, they had the Fendi cardigan in a size 44. I remember that specifically because I'm like, please don't tempt me by this being one of my sizes. So I looked, and that actually looks really, really nice. That one I would definitely be tempted on, but they did have that in a size 44. And then they also had one of the rompers in that olive color. That one looked like a bigger size as well. Now my feelings about the rompers are, I know the model on the website kind of has on the romper with the cardigan, which I think it'd be really cute, but again, I'm not really sure how often I would grab for those two items and actually put them together and wear them out somewhere. So I think if that's typically your style, to wear kind of like a romper, some sneakers, your cardigan kind of off the shoulder, I think it would be really, really, really cute. So I would say these are two of the items that I really like how they have them styled, and I was shocked that they had both of them in the store still. So definitely check those out if you were interested in those two pieces. Now for the purpley pinky items that they had in, also known as the Colorado color, it looked like they had in the two-piece still, so the skirt and the crop top set. It looked like they had one of their shorts, so like one of their scuba style shorts still in that Colorado. In the white color still left in store, they had a long dress with long sleeve, and I want to say the sleeves were kind of meshy. I'm going to look it up on the website and place a picture here, but it wasn't my size. I honestly feel like I may have liked it though. Like I said, if I had to choose one of the colors to go with in this collection, it probably would be this whitish cream color. It was really beautiful, honestly, in store too. In the white and the red color, they actually had those jogger sets, so almost like that windbreaker material, which I think how cute would that be for like an activewear going out. I think it is adorable. I think if you do a lot of working out, if you do a lot of activewear attire, those would be great, great, great choices. I don't do a lot of like going out in activewear clothing, so for me, again, not probably worth the price, but I think that the red and the white color are both gorgeous. And as I said, I was surprised that they still had some of these more popular items like the windbreaker sets in the store. And then last but not least, I did actually see one of the olive swimwear sets that they had in there as well, and I was really happy. That also looked like a larger size, and I was really, really, really impressed that they had the selection that they did between the swimwear, between the dresses. Now the only things they didn't have, and I did ask, was the tights and the bodysuits. They had completely sold out of those, so I didn't get a chance to try or see any of those. It did look like they had some of the little pouches too, so I would definitely call them if you've been looking for some of those pouches that they released. They did have a couple of those left when I was there on Friday, and I'm so sorry I forgot to snap an image of them, but I want to say they had the white color and the purple color if I'm not mistaken. So in summary, my final thoughts on this collection. So things that I would have really loved to have tried, seen, had the opportunity to get my hands on would have been the bodysuits. I feel like they were reasonably priced. I would have loved one of the either brown or black versions of the bodysuits. It could have been the high neck one or the long sleeve one. I think they both are fantastic when I've been seeing them on other people, and I really wish I would have had the opportunity to get one of those. I do see that they give you the opportunity to waitlist for one of those items, so I definitely waitlisted. I would recommend that you do too if you want a piece from this collection. I feel like that's a great piece, a very reasonable piece, which I feel like is why it went so quickly. The second item that if I had to choose from this collection still would be the tights. Like I said, I would have gone for an extra small, and I would have gone with either the black or the nude color that they have. I think those are gorgeous, and even when I see people trying them on, I think that they are beautiful. It was something about that purple that I was like, I know anytime I put these tights on, it's not going to feel comfortable to me, and it's not going to be something that I'm excited to wear. So I did have to let those go, but if I find that black or the nude color, I would definitely get those. And that's another thing I wanted to point out. I know that this whole video was kind of centered around finding the items within your Fenty stores, but I kind of randomly will check the website, and I do see, I don't know if they're restocking the items or if it's people returning them and that's how they're getting back on the site. But either way, sometimes when I check, I see items that are back in stock that were not previously there. So I would definitely keep checking the website. And that's also what the sales associate told me. He said, you can check back with us sometimes, but they are going to start shipping extra shipment from other places to other stores. And he said they also will maybe even restock them online as being available too. So he's like, to tell you the truth, I would also continue to check the online site. So I wanted to transfer that information to you guys as well. The other item I would consider, like I was saying, would be the velvet knit dress, especially if it was in a more affordable price point. But if you like that style, I really, really liked that velvet material, and I really, really liked that olive green coloring as well. So that's another one that if you're like, I'm okay with spending a little bit over the $1,000 mark, I feel like that one would be a really, really great choice. But overall with this collection, guys, I think I would have wanted more items under that $200 mark, like the bodysuits. I really would have wanted them to have more of a stock on those, or to have been restocking them more frequently, because those are, I feel like, a good price for what you're getting for those bodysuits. But unfortunately, the dresses, the two pieces, the pants and crop top set, even going into, although I liked the sweater or the cardigan that was on there, I feel like getting over that $1,000 mark for a collection piece that you may only keep for a certain period of time, or may only grab for a certain period of time while it's trendy and while it's popular, I think is a really, really high price point for me. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I hope, as always, it was informative and maybe helps you get some of these items that you've been hoping to get or looking for. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.